If you are a true beginner in the gym and you have no idea what to do, or you're wondering what I can do better, then my real advice for you is that you be consistent. The point of the game of fitness is to keep playing the game. There is no end point. There is no, oh, I am fit, now I never have to do it again. So that's why consistency is the most important part of working out. Now, this is extremely important because as a beginner, it doesn't exactly really matter what you do as long as it's easy enough for you to do it consistently, and it's hard enough that you're gonna put on muscle, but it's not too hard to where you're gonna go to failure and you're gonna injure yourself. Because as a beginner, it doesn't actually matter how much weight you're doing, it just matters that you do it consistently for a long enough period of time, which in this case is forever. So you should be doing exercises and things that you enjoy doing. If this means that you're doing calisthenics, if you're doing push-ups, pull-up, at-home workouts, whatever, if that's what you enjoy doing, do that. If you enjoy going to the gym and working out for hypertrophy, muscle growth, and looking bigger, and working out individual muscles, do that. If you enjoy like powerlifting style and going for strength for sports, or you want to compete in a powerlifting meet, do that. Do what you enjoy to do when you work out. Right now, I'm warming up for 2 top sets of bench 205 for 3 to 5 reps. And if you are looking for something to help you, the silver bullet, the shortcut, anything like that, that is gonna help you in your journey of fitness and working out, there is not one. Because I recommend that you do things that you enjoy, you're gonna end up doing certain things more than other things. And the things you do more often, you're gonna become better at. And if you want to, you can look up proper form the more you do it, and as you learn along the way, you can increase your intensity on that exercise, you can push yourself harder, you can learn better form, more strict form, and you can progress further by starting and taking action. But what I stand against is people that will just look things up on the internet just to say that they're learning and then they don't do anything. So the most important thing is that you actually just start doing something. It doesn't really matter what it is. If you're actually a beginner and you've never done this before, that you start out light so you don't injure yourself, and you can always build up heavier and heavier after you figure it out. And you figure out what your limits are and what's too easy and all of this stuff. You will, along the process, learn what is good, what is not good, proper form, improper form, what your body can do, what it can't do. There's just so many things that you'll just figure out just by doing it. That you need to hit every muscle group on your body 10 to 20 times per week, meaning 10 to 20 sets. And depending on the muscle, whether it's a big or small muscle, will also depend on how many exercises you'll have to do for it, because some compound exercises, you will hit the smaller muscles that aren't the main muscle working. So you'll probably have to do less isolation sets that is solely focusing on that muscle. For example, a bicep curl is solely focusing on the bicep, but when you do a pull-up, your bicep is also involved, and when you do any sort of rowing motion, your bicep is also involved. So you need to keep that in mind as you factor in how many sets you should do per muscle group and how you're going to program your workouts and what you're going to do. Just keep that in mind. So that's the first basic thing. Second is that the more volume you do in a set, the more oriented towards hypertrophy and putting on muscle, and the lower reps and higher weights are going to be more oriented towards strength. So maybe you want to only be strength oriented and do low and heavy reps. Maybe you want to put on more muscle, or maybe you want to mix both of them because you want both. Any approach works. Whatever you enjoy, do that, because that will allow you to be consistent. And as I stated before, the point of working out is not to win and be fit. It is to keep playing the game and keep working out. That was my first set of 205 for 3 or 4. I don't remember. But one mindset you do need as a beginner, you are the only person that you can compare yourself to. And not in like a body dysmorphia kind of way, but like you can't look at other people on social media or other people in the gym or even your friends, then compare yourself and say, I'm not good enough. Look at what they look like, at what their muscles look like. Or even say the opposite, which is like, oh, look at my friend, I'm so much better than them. If you only focus on yourself, then you're just going to be more grateful and happy, because as they say, comparison is the thief of joy. When you're always comparing something, you're never going to be grateful for what you have. because you're always going to be looking to the next thing, and maybe sometimes you're never going to reach that next level. But also because when you eliminate the gym ego and you're just able to focus solely on yourself and look at everything objectively, you actually know what you're capable of. And so when you're being dumb and you have that instance of stupidity, when you think, oh, I'm going to go for this 1 rep max so I can show off, you can be like, no, I'm not, because that's an idiot move and I'm going to injure myself or, hurt myself, or it's really not worth it. You'll be able to check yourself before you do something dumb, because the point of the game is to keep playing the game. You don't want to do anything dumb. And also when it comes to working out, a lot of these things and how you look and how your muscles build as you progress and get better is all due to genetics for the most part, and also your work ethic. So when you take these two into account, you can't really compare yourself to other people because everyone's in a different scenario. Everyone had a different upbringing where they ate different foods. Everyone has different financial struggles. Everyone has different genetics. Everyone has different tendencies to work ethic and work hard or not work hard. So you really can't compare yourself to anyone other than yourself because you're the only one that knows yourself. You don't truly know anyone. Even your friend keeps secrets from you. You really can't compare yourself to anyone else, and that's why you should eliminate the gym ego. Only compare yourself to yourself. Be humble and grateful for where you are, but always have the drive to do better. For example, this is what I'm talking about. There was a time a couple years ago where I had a similar physique to this, and I did not think that I had a good physique. It's just because I wasn't grateful for what I had. Now I can look at what I have, and I can be grateful for what I have, and I can always be looking to get better, but not necessarily obsessing over the next step or what someone else looks like. I can always visualize the next step for myself personally, not based off of what other people look like, but what I have achieved for myself. And if I can oh man, this is not working. If I can tell all the beginners a message and you're wondering, why does this sound so simple? Why are you not giving me specifics? And it's because I think when you can make things simple and you can break them down into simple, actionable steps, and you can actually do the things because it's simple, it's easy to understand, you know exactly what you should do, then you're actually gonna do it. I could give you a bunch of specifics on form, on how much protein you should have, how often you should work out, what exercises to do, but when it really comes down to it, if I give you an exercise you don't wanna do, you're not gonna do it, so you might as well just figure that out for yourself so that you can, make a workout that you enjoy, and then you'll just stick to it and it'll feel like something that you created, something that you've done for yourself, and it will, you'll have some sense of like reward for accomplishing something. And so to sum up this whole video, for a beginner, what you should do is you should figure out what you want to do it consistently, and then over time you'll learn and you'll get better at it. That's the overarching thing. And if you have no idea what to do because you don't know what you like, because you haven't tried anything yet, I suggest try a bunch of things. Go to a gym, try all the machines, try all of them. Look up on YouTube a list of calisthenic workouts that you can do in your basement. It doesn't matter. Just try everything, figure out what you don't like, and then don't do those. Do the things that you do like while encompassing all muscle groups, and there's gonna inevitably be something that you don't like. For example, I hate lunges, but they're so good for your quads, so I do them. And the more I do them, the more I enjoy them, even though they suck and they burn, and it's like the worst thing ever. Well, have a great rest of your day. I hope you learned something. See you in the next one.